It's so much going on. It's easy to see that this life is so temporary. But I heard about a place my Father has prepared. If you don't mind, let me tell you what's over there.
No more dying,
no more,
no more pain,
no more misery,
no more misery,
and no more strain. Heaven was made for you, heaven was made for me. Open up your heart, and you too will see. It's a place that we can go and have joy forevermore. Heaven is the place that we belong. Now I know we've all heard this story so many times before. But just look around, and you can see the signs. A train is coming, and you don't want to be left behind.
no more dying,
I'm talking about a place where there will be
no more misery,
and no more,
no more strain.
ooh, yeah.
Heaven was made for you,
Oh yeah,
heaven was made for me.
made for me.
Open up your heart,
Just open up your heart, and you will see.
it's a place that we can go,
All right.
have joy forevermore. Heaven is the place.
If you don't mind, I just want to tell you
No more dying,
there will be
no more pain,
no more misery, no.
and no more strain.
No, 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 no. No more pain. Oh no.
No more misery,
And no more strain. No more.
heaven was made for you,
Heaven was made for you.
heaven was made for me.
Heaven was made for me.
Open up your heart,
All down.
you too will see.
It's a place that we can
It's a
go.
place that we can go,
Lord have mercy,
joy
yeah.
forevermore.
Oh yeah.
Heaven is the place. Talking about
Oh yeah. Yes sir. Oh, every day will be Sunday. Talk about it. And seven for have no end. No, no, no.
talking about heaven,
And I'll be able to see my daddy again.
talking about heaven.
We'll be free from a world of sin. Oh, heaven was made for you. Heaven was made for me. Open up your heart, and you too will see. Oh, it's a place that we can go and have joy forevermore. Heaven is that place where we belong.
Yes, San Antonio global listeners, Karen Nicole. This is how we do it right here in San Antonio. One of our favorite artists, yes, right here in the city of San Antonio. But right now, we're going to the man. We're going to the man who I look at him as being king of chicken, not king of kings. Only one Lord, one faith. But hey, the man's here in San Antonio. We're talking about none other than, I call him Dr. Chatman of Chatman's Chickens. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Doctor, you are doing it in the city. Now, hey, I'm going to get right into this, man, because I came by one day and you came out and said, Lockhart, try this. And it was good.
Hello.
Tell us about the new inventions that, the chicken, you have spicy chicken, but you have other things that's going on.
A lot of people don't know that the chicken we serve, it comes in spicy lemon pepper, just original. But not too long ago, I came out with a fried riblet.
Okay.
A fried riblet, it's been marinated 21 hours. It has the flavor of a seasoned pork chop. The pork chops Mama used to make.
Okay.
And the story is fascinating because I had a gentleman that would come by my store, came by 4 times, and he asked me, have I ever thought about selling riblets? And I said, I'm still trying to do chicken right. So I said, after the 4th time, he came in, I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I went to the store, bought me some riblets, came back, seasoned them, and I let him try them. He said, now that's what I'm talking about. I said, well, the problem with that is I have to be here every day. So we came out with a way to marinate the riblets, and now we marinate them 21 hours. And that's why from the first to the last, they all have the same flavor.
I gotta have some. I'm coming by Chatman's Chicken after church.
They turned out to be our greatest seller. We could not believe how well it took off. And if anything, I got upset that I didn't listen to someone a long time ago. And that's why I tell people, whenever someone comes into your world, they come into your world for a reason or season. You have to figure it out. And now I'm glad that gentleman stepped into my world. And now because of his comments, I'm able to go even further.
Now, going further, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, I ain't never seen you as happy as you are since you got married.
I tell people the greatest thing I did, out of all the roads I tried, I passed. Roads taken and roads not taken led me to where I am. And I thank God for everybody that's did me the way they've done me. And what I tell people is I've been helped by the worst and used by the best. But the greatest thing about it is I realized one day that had they not did their job, I never would have ended up where I ended up.
Wait a minute, wait. Let's back up. If they had not did their job, what about the hurt and the pain?
The hurt and the pain. I always tell people, it's amazing how you can find yourself at the bottom of a valley. And like the elder people would say, once you get a little ways down the road, once you get a little water on the bridge, you're able to look back and say, you know what? If that didn't happen then, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Come on.
And that's what I'm able to say. Had they not did, God works through people to take you from where you are to where you need to be. But the problem is, you don't know where God is going to lead you. And to you, it's a dead-end alley. But it's amazing how, and I tell people, where I am is nothing compared to where I was. I smile a little bit more each day. Why? Because God has proven to me once again, over and over again, that He is God.
He keeps blessing.
He keeps blessing. And the greatest thing about it is, all you have to do is remember now, He's blessing you to bless someone else. He's not blessing you to hold it in. He's blessing you to give it away.
Come on.
And through His teaching, I've learned well.
Okay, now we're talking about blessing. Now you're moving into another area. You've been a blessing here in San Antonio to young people. And I brought some young people over to you, and I had to tell them, if you want a job, remember 2 words that He looks out for. Yes, sir. No, sir. If you say yeah now, you won't get a job. Talk to me.
Well, I tell people when they come to me, even when we sit down and talk, I said, do me a favor and tell me everything you've done. Now understand something. It's not what you did that will not give you the chance to work for me. It's what you did that you didn't tell me. Because I tell everybody that I hire, I make sure they understand something. And that is, I see what you can become while you're too busy being stuck where you are. Now, a lot of times that means that there are some edges that need to be filed down. And because of those edges, my job is to do as much as I can to prepare you for your future. Chatman's Chicken is a stepping stone. I've got, my greatest success story is I had a gentleman come to work for me. And he was on drugs. And he came to work for me for a little while. And one day he called me up. He said, Chad, I've been doing drugs all day. There's no way I can come to work. I said, well, you know what I got to do. He said, I understand. He left. 3 months later, he came back. He said, Chad, I'm ready. Can I try again? I said, I tell you what I want you to do. Give me 6 months of the best you got. Ask me no questions. just give me 6 months of the best you got. He gave me 6 months of the best he had. And he came back to me, he said, well, I've been here 6 months. He said, what do you want me to do? I said, I want you to fill out applications. He said, you want me to fill out applications? I said, yes, let me tell you something. When a person looks at your application, you've been in and out of prison. They will look and say, you know what? If he is the way he used to be, why would he work for a chicken stand for 6 months? And when someone called me about him, I told them that they would do themselves a great injustice if they didn't give him the opportunity. Now, he turned out to be one of my best employees. I could have gone further with him, but understand, my job is to make sure that people that work for me have a chance to succeed. He got on, and I'm not even going to say it, but he got on with where you got. He got his own work crew.
Okay.
He came to me once. He bought his house. His house has a swimming pool in the backyard.
Say what?
He got a trailer. He got a mobile home. He parked in the back of my restaurant so he can do some run around that day. In that mobile home, he takes his family to Corpus once a month. And he still cuts my yard because he want to stay. He tells me he want me to keep me where he can always keep an eye on me. He calls me his daddy when he has a reunion. And he's of Spanish heritage. Yes. One day my truck was messing up on me, and I was at AutoZone, and a gentleman came. I said, Chat, let me help you out with that. And after he helped me out, I said, just look over me. But do I know you? He said, yes. I'm Greg's brother. I'm the one that's always at the parties with you. I have a whole lot of success stories, but the main thing about it is he never thought, and he'll tell people, he never thought he'd be living the life he's living today.
But you know, you did something that is very rare. You gave him an opportunity. You gave him a chance beyond chances.
It has nothing to do, a lot of people say, well, in order for me to go where I need to go, I need to have a high-paying job. I tell people, you need to prepare yourself for that high-paying job. When I first started working for Church of Chicken, I was making $3.35 an hour. Yes. And when I tell people I was making $3.35, they bust out laughing. I said, don't worry about it. Your family will laugh at you later on when you tell them you were started off at $7.25.
Come on.
But main thing, what I realized was, the more I worked, the more I got paid. Now, what did they let me know that for? So I worked and worked. And I had people tell me, you're missing all the parties, you're missing all the get-togethers. Do you really think Chicken is going to support you? And not only am I where I am, the same people that told me that come by looking for applications.
The chicken is taking care of you.
The chicken is totally taking care of me. And the main thing about it is I care. Everybody that comes to work for me, I spend most of my time trying to tell, there are some things that you need to get away from. Keep in mind, your friends would encourage you not to go to work. Why? Because they know through your success, if they're not doing nothing, you remind them that they're failures. And it's easier to make you look like them than it is for them to get off their bodies and look like you.
You're talking about mindset now. You have to have a different mindset.
That's correct.
If you want success in life.
There are two kinds of millionaires. There are millionaires that know they're millionaires, and there are millionaires that don't. You have to understand, let me tell you where I'm going with this. He said, I came that ye may have life and have it more abundant. That tells me that he's put something in every last one of us that will take us from where we are to where they want to be. You're living proof. You're on your way. But first of all, you must wonder. Everybody wonders, what is it? What is it? Let me tell you something. When you're able to meditate on him, he will bring out what he has stored in you. Some of us have one, a lot of us have many. And Einstein proved that he had many.
Come on.
But main thing about it is, sometimes we never get a chance to fulfill our obligations in life. Why? Because we're stuck being with people that are stuck. And I learned a long time ago that the richest place in the world is a graveyard. Why? Because people have died taking their dreams.
You're reading my mind.
The moment you have a great dream, the worst thing you could do is stay asleep. Why? Because your dream will turn into a nightmare. It's time, once you wake up with that dream, it's time to hit the floor and start running. Make your dream a reality. And to make a long story short, when I first came to San Antonio, I was here because my mother got sick.
Okay.
I was working at a restaurant in Dallas. I was under a lease. I came down here. I found my restaurant. And nothing was there. I got on my knees that night before and I prayed. Then I got up and I called on the building. They told me it wasn't for lease or sale. I said, all right, thank you. Someone asked me, I said, are you upset at God? I said, no, because if he didn't give it to me, he got something better for me.
Come on.
But later that night, I got on my knees and I cried. And I said, Lord, you promised me if I would put you first, you would give me the desires of my heart. That was my desire, but it's not enough to make me stop doing what you put me here for. When I went back to Dallas, I became vice president of Brotherhood. I sung the male choir. I became a Sunday school teacher. I was a deacon in the church. 3 years later, my mom got sick again. I came back, and that restaurant was still there. I said, we have not, we ask not. So, all right. I turned around and prayed again, made that call. I got that restaurant. Now, the greatest thing about God is, if I had got that restaurant when I wanted it, I was going to let it sit still 3 years waiting on me. I was going to pay the rent to let it sit still so I get out of my lease. But when I got the restaurant, I got the restaurant November 15th, 2002. My lease was up December 20th, 2002. God saved me over $76,000 that I was able to utilize putting things together, so when I got the restaurant, I was able to put everything in the restaurant. And the greatest thing about it is, what worked in my favor was I know my God. Because I know him, he took me from where I am to where I needed to be, because I never gave up on him.
That's it. That's it. You know, I'm sitting reading here. The Father has a plan. Through it's hard to see it now. You feel you're walking alone. But he is there, no doubt, when the storm around you rages and you are tossed to and fro.
Hello?
So the main thing is stand still and wait on the Lord.
And that's exactly right. Short story. I was riding down the street one day and there was a squirrel in the middle of the street. There was one car going one way, there was another car going the other. And I said, this is one dead squirrel. After I passed the squirrel up, I looked in my rearview mirror, and then he jotted across the street. And I said, see, that was one squirrel that listened. All he did was stand still.
San Antonio global listeners, we're talking to a man with wisdom. They said he couldn't make it off of chicken, and they laughed at him. But lo and behold, chicken has been his provider, and God is seeing him through. We're talking about none other than Chatman's Chicken, right here in San Antonio. What's that address? What's that address?
That address is 1747 South W.W. White Road.
And what time do you open?
On Sundays, we open up at 12. I tell my employees the reason we open up at 12 because I want them to go. They don't have to go to my church, but they should go to a church with early morning worship. Why? Because God already knows what's going to happen that week, and you want to put him first.
Come on. Keeping God first. And then he's encouraging young people. Put God first. He's a living example, a leader for this day and time. Brother Chapman, do you have any last words, any shout outs?
I want to thank, first of all, my wife that I'm able to do the things that I do because she allows me to share my life with others. She understands. It feels good to be with someone that knows the Lord. And I tell people, once you have someone that knows the Lord, you don't have to tell them how to love you because they already know.
Yes.
And I want to thank everyone that I have an opportunity because they see fit to come by and visit with me. And I always tell people, you can come by and talk. You don't have to buy anything because I always look forward to seeing people I know.
Chatman Chicken. Yes, right here in San Antonio. Hey, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what's the number that they could call?
Area code 210-359-0245.
This is how we do it in San Antonio. Brother Chatman, I'd like to thank you for coming in, and we look forward for you coming back soon. Right now, we're going all the way into the Florida area with none other than my sister. Yes, she is looking like my father. I'm talking about Jesus. Here's Andrea.
It's time to get right, church. Do I have a witness out there? Said it's time to get right, church, because Jesus is soon to come. You got to start living what you talk about. You got to stop backbiting. You got to stop lying. You got to get right, church. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me? Can I get a witness out there? Well, maybe if y'all don't want to hear me, y'all will hear the choir. Come on, choir.
Get